Hello, how's everybody doing? I hope everyone is doing well. Good day to every single one of you. Today's topic is sex alone cannot keep a man or a woman. So I'm going to break it down. But before I start, music is a good sensory for the mind, body, and soul. So, and then more like amachi did no atomize so kakra. So I'm getting. Hey, brother Parker Wilson, that dear, what land quick. Hello, everybody. Yeah. Oh, my radio program was made for life. Maybe I met from the house for more. Hey, brother, can you then say? And then actually. Woo! Hey, it's a style. I'm going to go back. Welcome, guys. We are sure so don't want to do it. Hey! And go forward, pillow. Life is too sweet to wear. Come on, I can push you. Hey, let's go. I can push you. I look it. Hey. Music is a good sensory for the mind, body, and soul. Hey. Thank you for that. We are sure. Dr. Kingsley. Welcome. Thank you. This Ayoko. Me money the choose who at idea mammy, and when you sue what dear rock to some mammy. And I say,
It's time to play a game we're calling Go.
And for friendly study. My main call baby for pa. My main call Rocky. Why? From Rocky, I need a becassa. I'm here for pa. Okay, catch on my Mr. One, wow. Safe. Me ma the phone, any na. Obia kwaba. Edi nkomo ne. Ena nkomo na ye bedi no. Eye se. Edie nkwala. Entimi ma wunya. Okun bema anase wo ba. Ewo relationship ni aware mu. Ma fa nka ho ba mo fa nto aso. Edie nkwa emma wo. Enya obema anase wo ba. Enti no ye besia de. Ne ya chere ennioma bi a ebetimi ama ye relationship eni ya waresem etumpon ache na akoyi amanye menka say die enye menka say die enye. I'm not saying say in your marriage, or your committed relationship, I'm not saying sex is not good. I'm saying sex alone cannot keep a man or a woman. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I want to make sure that I'm not being understood in a different form. That's all I'm saying. And you know, the academy save it for later cry. Then no metimi bumi panye. Asanu me sabia me dibi ensu bumi pan. Sister Shala, me di your kind of will come your don't wine no me nyati pena madri my me say. Fire. Brother Pa Kwejo Wilson. And then the one landing tempa, Sister Shala, I'm ofedia. Or someone named dear. Hey, ye man, Massa Mumma Manida for moi, Mubenya a repanum. Anyone do pa, Mumma Manina from Yema, Yema, and Nafum. Brother Anka Quays, welcome. And ya menum no. Minim say brother Anka bebu sent me the tuda. And wine, red wine, sweet bitch. And then I spell it sweet BITCH. And some no, I can't go wrong. Two pebia, they have different kinds, so whichever one you will like, you get. Hey, that's my favorite too, for real. Hey, I see. Hey, since I said what's up, Jiwu too. Samami Yoko, God wins. It's good to see you. I'm afraid. Now, what time when you say, like, knowledge and wisdom, like you can develop that and achieve that and get that without you acquiring something. You have to always learn. You have to learn because if you don't learn, a lot of things you're going to miss. Oh, sister, that's in your mishraw. I'm telling you, these kids, I try on too close and they were like, Mommy, we like you to put this one on us. I was like, okay, all right, I'll do that. Dr. Joe Kinsley, I hope say yes, so I don't need by the grace of God. Myself and the family, we are all blessed and grateful for our life and everything that we have become. So thank you so very much. You should see me here. Hey, sir. Once you do too, Sister Yoko, God bless. You too. I see a saboni in Kumasase. It's minia man, mother for no munya, no man bonum with no more shamonasi, just be loose. That's stress free. Everything that happens, there are challenges, struggles, hard times. We shouldn't let that define us or like limit us from going for the things that we want. All right. So in every situation, it will come to pass. So we shouldn't stress ourselves with this pandemic working, some of us working from home. My paperwork, I'm chasing it. I'm literally chasing my paperwork. I'm putting in more than 8 hours, working 8 hours, clocking, working extra hours, clock out, and I'm still chasing paperwork. So I have come to understand that with my line of work, I'm always going to be chasing paperwork. So I'm not stressing myself, but I want to make sure that everything is like, all the necessary things are put in place. So make sure that you're doing your work accordingly and you're not overworking yourself. Self-care is the most important thing that we need in our life. We need to take care of ourselves, because if we don't do that, nobody else will do that for us. That's the Lady in Red. Oh, hey, I love that song. Oh, Lady in Red. But because of copyright, there are some songs now, they're my favorite, but I can't play Kojenchi songs. I love all Kojenchi songs. Kojenchi is my main man. Like all the Ghanaian artists, Kojenchi is number one. And then I have others, triggering in, but when it comes to Kojenchi song, my friend, my sister, my brother, pack aside. And every move goes. I make my own moves. Maybe 80s, 90s, 2000, 2000, after 2000 in Africa. And to me, some said, yes, I don't know. Mezop, some song I do mezop, So, happy myself with you. Happy myself, my Black beauty sister Doris Amua, the Jane. Apomu Etisen, is good to see you. Jiwu too. Why? Na menia breast and me and mutu amamo early and munji mutu mo ana mucha munas nina sa pepe. Hey, Sister Yoko God's went. What's asana say no like you sweating? When you mean why? Sister Aisha Ankra, my beautiful, knowledgeable sister. Apomu Etisen, good to see you. I'm glad that you guys are here, because more people some will contribute to big time. And no mamu disappointing me cry. Edian kwa timi ma wu keep bema na se oba or yire anaso kun edian kwa. Sex alone for me, dear, me see a dear kwa intimi and my relationship, Mean can say dear I'm saying said that alone. No, sister love. Hey, you guys go kill me, or you go spy me with my name, Bradankra. Whoa. you know they Sister Felicia Donko of Fedia. Apomu Etisen, good to see you, Sister Sage Williams, my knowledgeable sister. Apomu Tisen. And of said the moody Sister Sage. Or no yen inside no ejuma, or no any business, t-shirts, okay, scarf, duku, in kun jewelries. Today I'm not wearing any of her merchandise, but you guys have seen me. Most of you who are regular when I come live, and now you see me wear some of her authentic merchandise, and it's like I have washed them over and over, and it still look the same. The price is decent, reasonable. So when you order them, whatever color you want, Sister Sage, I don't have hunter green. I do not have pink, like deep pink. I need to get like the colors I don't have. I will let you know, then you can send them to me. All right. We will talk on the side. And you welcome, Sister Felicia. Don't call. That's so I'm joining. Sister Sage. Hey, brother Ankra, mensha asia kra na wodi atoto ho no. Hey, brother Ankra no. Mano enfrema krem faso kra. Okay, so Brother Ankra said, was it sex may set the stage for depending the emotional connection between strangers? Hi, everybody. Should I drink some wine? minum too much and need some make it can hassle and then I go be in trouble. So I have to slow down. My main fancy one because as many swatch I say who are you this although you would so no or chill it. You know, let me finish Brother Ankra contribution. Let me start over. Sex, but the anchor question says sex may set the stage for depending the emotional connection between strangers. This holds true for both men and women. Sex motivates human beings to connect regardless of gender. That is so very true, Brother Ankra. It's like with the facts, at home, there's no need for me to go. I'm going to have to put the title up here so those who will come through, we have peak viewers into normal banner, like they will know the topic. Just give me 1 second. In due time, I will put that. And I said, how beautiful I'm looking, my skin glowing and all that. Juice Plus, all right. I need to do more programs regarding Juice Plus and give more details. But they say we will be out with you. We see we are so cheap. If you don't want to spend too much now, just start with the Omega. The Omega, no, it helps with your joint pains or all over your body, your inside your immune system, it builds it up and all that. So I will come and do about it. But today we're going to focus on, sex alone cannot keep a man or a woman. So we're gonna go into that. Let me go back to the comments. Ahomka, Momo, loyalty, commitment, effort to make it work. Sex is just as aspect. Oh, Sister Yoko Gas wins. I'm telling you, like all this stuff, and no, a relationship, any our real. It's just the sex alone. I mean, I love sex. Charlie, I love sex. I mean, any woman or man who is in a marriage or in a committed relationship, not just one night stand. I'm not talking about one night stand. Anyone who has a long-term partner, and you guys, explore your body, be intimate, be romantic with one another, learning different type of being creative with your foreplay with your partner. It makes you feel good. It's a body pleasure. Also emotionally, it helps you settle for a lot of things. It also can make you get a lot of like good sleep. Some people would say sleeping tablet, but everything that you do excessively can harm you. So we have some men who say, oh, I can have sex 5, 6, 10 times. Some of them are just all talk. There are some of these men, they will talk in terms of like they can go for a whole day, 2 seconds to cram, they don't last. Before they can even enter the tonga, they already like, releasing themselves. So it's like, talk is cheap. You have to put things in action with your partner. So anyone can come live and talk about the things that they do with their partner. Like, if you talking about it and you don't know, you learn it and you learn to do all that. You go to Google, they have like, 365 days of different sex move position. You can look at all that. I mean, I looked through all that. It's not all the positions that I will be doing. Oh, yeah. I will not kill myself for sex. So, are you kidding me? Because some of the position, if your partner no be strong now, they go drop you, you go break your neck and die foolish death. So when it comes to that now, Sister Aisha, you, of course, edie ni eka ho asa me se edie nko a entimi ma wunya obema anaso oba wo kunu anaso wo yire. So we talking about that. You can go all the way. We're going all around. So whatever comes to mind you want to share, we will talk about it. But we're going to talk about some of the essential things, coping skills that a woman and man, people in relationship, committed relationship, or like, in a marriage, that that they can learn to, spike up their relationship without, depending on sex. Because there are some relationship and marriages without sex, they don't have nothing else to offer. And it shouldn't, like, I'm telling you, marriage and relationship, like committed relationship, should not be built on only sex. Because sex alone, without going to work, cannot pay your bill. Having sex alone without cooking or going grocery shopping will not put food in your stomach. And we do know, like our men, they cannot go. They they need to they need to have good nutrition in order for them to, have strong waist and be able to, like, really do their work. Utilize their waist and wind it and do whatever, sideways, straight up, every whichever way that they go. But we want to know the coping skills. What besides sex, right? In relationship, in committed relationship or marriages, what are some of the coping skills that we can utilize to, make sure we maintain a healthier, long lasting, loving, caring, honest, faithful, loyalty, relationship all around. Every good thing, like, I mean, we have to work for every good thing. There is no Prince Charming out there. There is no princess out there, like, you see on Disney World, Cinderella and the prince and all that. We have to work for our Prince Charming, and our Prince Charming, they have to work for their princess. So it is going to stamp on effective communication. Effective communication, you can utilize it in relationship, at your workplace, being at events, being a public speaker, inspirational person, motivational person, being able to, like, you can really be able to interact with so many people outside from your comfort zone. If you are a good uh, communicator, you'll be able to talk with anyone, even people that you have just met. You'll be able to engage in a conversation with your active listening, being able, not taking over the conversation, but being able to listen to the other person and also put in your insight and also receive what is being said to you. So, like, I mean, I'm a living testimony of that. Like, once I was able to work on my communication skills, I'm able to, like, sweet talk my K most of the time. I kid you not. So, like, there's a lot that we need to be able to learn to add to the sex part, right? Sex is one of the most important, components in marriages. I don't want to, like, promote dating, and having sex. I want to promote marriages, because marriages, sex is part of it. There are some relationships, that who are the couples are having sex, and there are some relationships they prefer waiting until they get married before having sex. So I don't want to confuse people with that. All right. So make sure that you ready. Don't just go and have sex or have sex with anyone. No, you shouldn't be doing that. We need to value ourselves as women. Women need to value ourselves. We need to love ourselves. We need to care for ourselves. We shouldn't just, just up and go. It's not every man that you meet that you have to sleep with. It's not every woman that you meet you have to sleep with. We need to be able to have self restraint, self discipline, be self disciplined with our body, our mind also, because when it comes to intimacy, having sex, making love, having quickies, it's all in the mind. Because I mean, like, married couples should be able to kind of switch things around. It's not every time you having sex. You have to be able to romance, have quickies sometimes, like we'll go into details. Okay, so Sister Ishankra, now we talking. Sister Ishankra says self-esteem. Wow, I'm telling you, when your self-esteem is up high, Charlie, you go rock it. You go rock it with the waist. And then as women, the wives. Long-time partners, we need to be able to sometimes take control. We need to take the driving seat. We shouldn't be always having the men do all the work. Hey, I didn't know. It's like at times you have some, like this men, they have a lot of work to do, because that atopa, the trusting, it's not easy. It's not easy, class. So Sister Aisha Ankra said, self-esteem, wow. Some relationships bring out the best in us, most definitely. In marriages, couples need to have a relationship. If you don't have a relationship, you don't connect emotionally. Like, and like, there are some couples, like, they've been married for over 20 years, but when their partner touch them, they still feel the electricity going through their whole entire body, because the love is deep, right? I mean, Sister Aisha, am I lying? You are like ahead, so you should know this, right? Others leave us feeling unworthy, true, and unsure of ourselves. Things needs to change. Most definitely, we have to be able to learn new things. Coping skills are like the best possible tools that any one of us can use. Don't ever settle for what you only know. Like, learn from other people. Well, people who are giving a really productive, beneficial information. Don't just take anything, right? And before you apply any new coping skills to your relationship or your marriage, you need to make sure that you research and you have better understanding with it. Because most of the time, when we learn things and we don't understand, it's going to be very difficult for us to be able to do it right. So always make sure you take time. Every good thing takes time and exercise and patience. We shouldn't be rushing into doing things. But we do have some partners who make some men who will make their women feel very unworthy and unsure of of themselves, and vice versa with some women, because we do have some men and some women who are really experienced when they enter a relationship, or by the time they get married. And a lot of our men, they are so insecure and have low self-esteem, because when they realize that they are female partner, their wives, have more experience than them, they tend to like kind of like hesitate, and they're not able to romance and be creative with their foreplay and stuff. There are some men who cannot kiss. They don't know how to kiss properly. When they put their mouth or tongue in your mouth, the only thing you feeling is saliva, like, oh, that's nasty and disgusting. And then some of them, it's like they're about to eat your tongue out of your mouth or chew your lips away. I mean, that is a straight turn off. Hygiene is also like really something that is really important. So, like, there are some women, they cannot expose their impocea, their breast, because they feel ashamed or they feel certain way. And there are some women, they would rather, or some men, they would rather have sex in the dark, not with the light, because they are so insecure with their body. They're uncomfortable exploiting and showing themselves. For me, hey, maybe a menu. It's like I have to see everything from head to toe. That's part of the turn on. So let's move on. Uh, Brother Ankra Akwesi said, although sexual urges and emotional attachment are distant feelings, evolutionary and social processes likely have rendered humans particularly prone to becoming romantically attached to partners to whom they are sexually attracted. Brother Ankra Akwesi. Brother Ankra Akwesi. Slow down, slow down. Brother Mike Mika nie na me can about the be can about sex ne de wadru ha. Oh, Brother Mike Mika, where have you been? Eh? I have missed you rough. Boss, so far, Cooper the marvelous, knowledgeable, beautiful, strong will, and a motivational boss lady one. Boss, Abrabo Mu Nsem. I am my journey boss lady Monday through Friday. Only 5 days, so hi UK time 4 p.m. Pain no what that's so. Or bed drive you will rough topic in so or they banner. Charlie, the topic boss bring you go sweat, you go sweat. Today I was sweating. I wanted to speak, but because of certain things I had to get done, I couldn't come on. So like it was fire, fire, fire. And then we just them boss lady, I am my boss lady, ni program to be out baby. No matter what no ma share. I am move your program na ma share. Your YouTube is more subscribe and it's free. Yeah, you support your sister. And I think so sister ya atobra ne second book is out. I got mine. They had what's today? Oh, let me make sure I have the right topic. Hey, let me phone could I wait? Hey, some more Charlie. Let me say, oh, there it is. Miss Sanam de Toha. Mm-hmm. Let me get you the right um title because I don't want when you say woman they had in our woman and I want to make sure say I give you guys the right information. It's that yeah October folder. Okay, here you go. Okay, so yes, okay, okay. Okay, so the title of the book is of a the heart of oh no sorry the beauty of a woman's heart, the beauty of a woman's heart. Hey, maybe baby, that's the title. So you go to Amazon, it's on Amazon, you can get it on Kindle. Me, I like the hard copy because that one, if I'm traveling or walking around and I'm reading, it will attract somebody's eye and they will ask me where I got it from. Because if I'm reading it on my tablet, on my phone, it's not fun for me. I need the physical book for itself. And, that's what it is. Brother Ankra. Brother Ankra says, sex in a monogamous relationship increases your level of commitment and emotionally connection with the other person. Expressing love through sex increases the likelihood of couples staying together. Most definitely. I mean, when you have one person, you are able to focus on the person majority of the like yeah, majority of the time. The only time you're not focusing on that is like when you're working and the work needs your concentration. when you have men who have multiple partners, they marry because of their greedy self, and their own understanding with what is allowing their culture and tradition and society and all that, they get distracted because one cannot love two people the same way. You're gonna love one more than the other person. So, oh, Sister Yoko Goswin, made us a pass. I would the not to happen and I may break the beauty of a woman's heart. Yes, Sister Ya Atobra in the second book. Mommy and support, na wontimi enko n'anim. That's what we need to do. We need to support each other. We need to promote each other this way, to achieve greater and greater things. And Sister Yoko God wins in so on YouTube. Sister Yoko, I know yet program then so a Facebook one. She talked a lot about alienation regarding children and stuff like abuse and all that stuff. She goes all around. She has a lot of knowledge regarding that. So we need to support all the time. So thank you, Sister Ayoko, guys. I didn't know. I know there was a heart and a beauty in there, but the order, and I didn't want to like mess it up. Brother Mike Mika may wosre and now make count a dear one some lady a whip here. Oh, a dear inquire to me, my woo and keep you a warrior. Boss lady, you are so very welcome. Yes. So this is the title of Sister Yatora books. Sister Ya Atora's second book, The Beauty of a Woman's Heart. I mean, that is wonderful. I mean, it makes you wonder, like, I can't wait to see what is inside because there are some books when you start reading, you can't put it down. Reading is one of my hobbies. So I love reading, and reading different type of books, all kinds of books will help you with your grammar, with your uh, vocabulary and all that. It's good. Bonjour. Bonsoir when it's later on in the evening, right? Hey, Sister Aisha, no, Sister Aisha, no. Sister Aisha Ankra said being in a relationship is not all about sex. Thank you. But we need bear in mind relationship can be a wonderful, loving experience. It's always important to maintain your independence and resist morphing into one mutual identity. Bam, 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 bam. See your friends. Enjoy interests that don't always include your partner. True that. Like what I'm doing, it doesn't include my partner always. Yes. Going for walk, talking to friends, meeting up with friends and going to hang out with your family members, some of that. That's what Sister Aisha is talking about. I'm telling you, it will make you miss your partner and sex. Sometimes you can be intimate without having sex. And am I right or wrong, Sister Aisha? Getting to know each other, feeling each other. As one of my good friend would say, he will come on Boss Ladies program, Brother Jojo. He says feelings. Yeah, well, hold on. Let me finish this Aisha Ankar's comment. Sister Aisha went on to say, independence is a healthy and always help you feel you are in the relationship because you want to be, not because you need to be. Amen to that. And bam, 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 straight up. Thank you, Sister Aisha Kanyamishra. Yes, Sister Yoko Gaswins, her page is IPA worldwide on YouTube. Subscribe and watch, comment, like on YouTube to support. Okay, so you guys make sure we support our sister. What dear brother Mike Mika cried and man who dean what has said with the BB to one cry nan Kenya what nan Kenya brother brother Mike Mika, listen. Me person woman me some coping skills in swat besides sex, wobetumi di abo ho ban na ma wawareɛ ne relationship akɔyie, because edie no like when you do something too excessively na m'ani so mami nyɛ yi kakra. You are all welcome. Go get your sweet bitch, okay? Like Brother Mike Mika, we know say mmeranteɛ mo ani gyidie ho. Ba mo madie ni didi mu tiri mu a, eduru baabi a mo de mo police aba, mo de mo penis na edwin. We don't want you guys to think with your penis. We want you guys to use your brain, to literally use your common sense, let your brain function. And we don't want women to think with their vagina, their tonga. We want them to utilize their brain. So relationship and marriages are not based on sex alone, and committed relationship is not based on sex alone. Okay, if you going into a relationship and going into a marriage because of sex and that, you're in trouble, because that means you say you have no realistic goal for yourself. What is your purpose? What do you hope to accomplish? Because as a woman, opening your legs for a man to enter, the man can enter as many as you like him to do so. If he does not want to marry you, you can't force him to marry you. So giving sex and giving sex and giving sex, and a man tells you, say, you know what, you are too cheap, you are too easy, or like the inside day, now it doesn't have, it can't, you can't trap my penis inside you now, because a CNB you in trouble. And don't use yourself to the point whereas by the time you meet your Prince Charming, he can't enjoy your inside day. So we need to really take care of our body and ourselves, mentally, psychologically, and physically. It's really important. It's not everybody that we need to like certify. Yeah, because some men and some women, they only go into relationship and marriages because of sex. But as I said, sex alone cannot keep a man or a woman. So we need to make that mental note. Brother Mike Mika said, maintenance sex may not sound like the most telltale thing in the world. Nobody think about maintenance in sex, Brother Mike Mika, but that's one thing that will help a lot of couples. But it is crucial to the health of your relationship, most certainly. When we say maintenance sex, we mean having sex just to have it. Even if you don't feel like doing it, it means keeping the sex up to ensure both people in relationship are sexually certified. Send this way, nobody is like, taking advantage of the other person. You both into it and have better understanding, more understanding, and knows exactly what to be expected, what you need, having surprises and all that, coming left, right, back, front, everywhere. No, I'm not telling people to allow their partner to enter their butthole. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking. It's just a as a form. Brother Ankra Quest says it can be very common to feel attachment to someone after sex. That's right, since the brain releases oxytocin during arousal, stimulation of the genitals and nipples. Ooh, during intercourse or orgasm, the release of these hormones after being physically intimate may cause a feeling of attachment and closeness. Mumeme, Badankra, bam bam bam. Mumeme, hey, Charlie, I'm on forward term, so nice stand. Nice stand. What about one night stand? One night stand, sister. Now one night stand, you're the year, Juma. Eh? Ebi mo kwaya one night stand that no protection because why you fine. Why we and son doing the consequence. We have to remember that as women, we end up with a baby. We go out of commission for 9 months. So when you going into one night stand, I mean that is your fantasy or like your desire. That's your choice. And you go you do that, but make sure say you protecting yourself because one night stand is like one time you met this person, you have this affection towards the person. There was like fire going on, like and one thing led to another. Lift your shirt or your dress up and pull your panties aside without taking your panty off and enter you like it's part of the excitement. But hey, you gotta be careful. You have to take precautions. Brother Mike Mika said, my question is how much sex you should have in a new relationship isn't standard, according to expert. That's true. I mean, like, realistically, uh we cannot count how much sex you should have before you get married for those who make decisions to have sex before they get married. How much sex you should have in relationship, it depends on every couple. So the decision is between the two of you, and we also need to keep in mind that we do have some men who may have high libido or low libido or in between, and the same thing with women. So when the sex, the sexual interaction, love making, romance, and other stuff is not working out great, there needs to be effective communication. There needs to be a dialogue, whereas the both of you are able to talk about some of the things that are not working, going great, and have better understanding, be able to help each other because after talking with one another, the other person will be able to help the other one. Sometimes, your partner, some partners may need counseling, sex counselor or like just regular counseling because they're struggling with some emotional and psychological issues. Maybe they have been sexually assaulted growing up, they have been raped growing up, and so many other things. They could be some childhood trauma that may have caused all this. So we need to be able to have more conversation with one another to have better understanding. Marriage is a long journey and it's not easy. It's not peaches and cream. There are so many work that needs to be done on yourselves and with your partner, but you don't go into relationship and marriages to go change your partner. That does not work. You can positively influence your partner to change some of their ways that are not attractive, but you can't change them. They have to make the decision that enough is enough. I need to be able to do better. So that's something that we all have to work on. You have to recognize your strongholds and your strength. Your stronghold being your weakness. Sometimes we can build our weakness to become our strength, and sometimes your strength can also be your weakness, depending um, how far you're going, or like what is the requirement, or what is the challenges and stuff like that. Because sometimes you also have to learn to have boundaries, because when you don't have boundaries with your characteristic, with your actions, you may do some things that will actually hurt your relationship or marriages instead of helping. So we have to be mindful with our words, because words can break or make a person. What about one night stand? I spoke of my sister Aisha, one night stand, I mean, like that's some people's fantasy, and sometimes it just happen. You go to a club. You guys okay? Okay. Sorry, guys. You go to a club or you go to a party, you meet this great looking guy, like, oh, he got 6 packs, like, bam, bam, bam. And the way he move on the dance floor with his waist, you be like, God darn it. Woo, woo, woo. And then, you just go bam, 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 bam. but you have to take precautions. It's that Ayusha Ankra says uh, we need to protect your fundamental characteristic and personality traits and never give up the essential you. Most definitely, we all change to a certain degree in relationship, but be careful that you don't try too hard and end up losing yourself in the process. Oh my gosh, that's the most important thing. Those who love you will adore the real you. That's right. And you and all your imperfection. Bam, 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 bam. Pew. Yes, constantly trying to change yourself will erode your confidence. Simple. Most definitely, you need to be you, you need to do you, and don't change yourself too much to satisfy somebody. If you want to change, it has to be for yourself, for greater good. You're not doing it to impress nobody or to impress the world. So that's something that Sister Aisha, thank you so much for uh, bringing that up, highlighting that, because it's so really important. We don't want people losing themselves out into their relationship and marriages because they feel that their partner expect them to do certain things. Have conversation. Hey, Sister Cecilia, yeah. Sister Cecilia, I'm very, Abomuti saying, welcome, wife. It's Aisha Ankra said, married couples need to have about 112 sex in a year according to research. Don't worry, I think Semi Media bro 112. There are some months, I don't know. It's like crazy. It's like it's just like, and there are some months that I don't want to be bothered. So I think it's more than that. So hey, Sister Aisha, now you're going to have some couples counting how many times they having sex within the year. Won't taking notes, right? Hey, that's Aisha. If you're going over it now, I mean, I'm not doing it excessively, but I'm doing it. So thank you, sis. Appreciate that. Sister Cecilia Oyen said, yes, we need to have more sex. It's so good. What do you want? One baby, what do you baby? Not excessively, Sister Cecilia. But we're talking about, I need you to give me some uh coping skills components now besides sex, will help strengthen relationship, committed relationship and marriages. All right. Pastor Esther new Pastor Esther Pomuti is saying the topic my topic in Ukraine, sex alone cannot keep a man or a woman. Ɛyɛ nokorɛ anaasɛ ɛnyɛ nokorɛ, ɛyɛ sɛ die nko ara na yɛyɛ. Wonyɛ adwuma, wodi nko ara because wodi nko ara yɛ sɛ edie nko ara na ade kɔ awareɛ mu na you don't have any other plan na ɛno no ebetumi ama woakipi wo kun anaasɛ wo yere anaasɛ bɛrima anaasɛ ɔbaa wɔ abrabɔ mu. Let me just write this and put this out there. Let me create that. So Sister Cecilia, see edi ye ho pa na edi no ye. Me say edi nko a entimi ema wunya okun anaso oyire ema wunya be ma anaso ba. Enti no. Say wusia sene wo kasa. You have to learn how to talk with your partner, communicate with your partner effectively, and interact with other people. Your workplace, how to maintain, it will help you maintain your job. This way you don't go and get fired. Learning to have an active listener, being an active listener. With your effective communication, because if you're having conversation with someone and you always interrupting the person and not getting what the person is saying, then you're not going to get anywhere. There's no growth and change in that. Uh-huh. In committed. My main fan to her say because in person be better and sister Adwoa Odo say they say in relationship it's not every relationship that participate in having sex. I'm not promoting that. It's individual decisions. So here we go. In Abrabo Mu Nsem, Abrabo Abra Abrabo Mu Nsem life issue. Life issues. Okay. Some me mama no yeah because I'm almost going to be getting off. They say the mama just say I'm not going to go over 2 hours no more. Me yeah me program thinking be why. Mm-hmm. Sex alone cannot keep a man or woman in committed relationships and marriages. Abrabo Mu Nsem life issue. Bam. So okay, let me add that. There we go. Now let me go back to the comments. All right. So Sister Cecilia, hmm. Sister Cecilia said, I agree with Sister Aisha. Yo, yate. Pastor Esther Alpha, welcome again. Oh, Pastor Esther, you need the word of God. Any it's unbelievable. Oh my God, you are killing my brother. Oh, Pastor, how am I killing him? Almost 112 a year. At least that's the almost you need to have that, right? This are you shall be at home with research. Now maybe you can say me the way I go about it, I believe that I'm having more than that. How am I killing my your brother? Eh? Your brother is fine. You go see him how sweet and good looking he is. He's looking sweeter and sweeter. It means he said he's being fed right. He's getting enough nutrition, so I'm not taking too much from him. He's eating good food. Life is not all about sex. Thank you. Because you have so many people that talk about you have some peace. Well, it's the most some of the youth and some women. Oh, I want a man with big penis. I want a man who can, really certify me good. I want a big this. Hey, Charlie, if that's how you got me into a relationship, you come into relationship and marriages, yeah, you in trouble because you have to be emotionally, psychologically, and physically prepared to be in a long-term relationship and marriages. You can't, I mean, are you just coming and going or having one night stand with everybody that you meet? We got to keep in mind it's not every man that a woman have to sleep with. It's not every woman a man has to sleep with. That's why a lot of relationship and marriages are suffering because some men go and enter some tonga that they have no business going in, and some women go and wrap their tonga around some men police about that they have no business wrapping their tonga around. So it's like life itself, marriages, relationship for those who are sexually active before they get married, it's not all about sex. Sex alone cannot hold a relationship or a marriage. And everything we do excessively too much can kill you, can weaken you. So we just have to be mindful of that. Oh, thank you, Pastor Esther. I trust. Mhm. So, as I said, sex alone cannot keep a man or woman. The first thing I want to, touch base on is that sex is an intimacy which create a bond whether we like it or not. When you have sex with a stranger, with anyone, the minute a woman allow a man to put their penis into their vagina, or vice versa, you create an intimacy and a bond. You create an intimacy bond with the person as to whether you see the person again or not. So we need to get that clear. So both men and women should not sleep with anyone they come in contact with or start dating. All right? You have to take your time. And women should not sleep with men because they're being pressured to, or they feel desperate, or they feel that that's the only way they can get the man to stay with them in a relationship. No, no, no. You get everything wrong. Your characteristic matters. How you speak matters. How you carry yourself matters. Your hard work matters. Like being able to interact with people, it matters. There are so being honest with yourself and with the partner, it matters. Being able to love you, care for yourself. Because, like, one thing that some of us don't realize, when we don't do self care, our partners, they don't have time to do their self care and also take care of you, because you know yourself what you need. All right. Nobody can think for you. So you need to be able to do self care. Self care is number one priority. It's not selfishness. When you do self care, you actually being selfless, because you making it easier for your partner to not have to worry about you. When you do self assessment, you making it easier for your partner to know, say, you checking yourself, you holding yourself accountable for your actions and behavior areas, being able to identify your stronghold and your strength and work on your stronghold. There are some stronghold, it's unnecessary, you need to delete it. It's not going to help you grow. Anything that is holding you back and you able to identify, and you know that it's not going to help you grow or change, you need to delete that, because you don't need that. Anything that is beneficial, you have to hold on to it. If you are not good at it, you need to start working on it, taking one day at a time. Don't speed. Don't run foolish race, because when we run foolish races, we make unwise decisions. We make unintelligent decisions. We make idiotic decisions, stupid decisions, and so forth. So we have to take our time to work on ourselves. When you work on yourself, you know exactly what is the next step. What are some of the things that you can do? And also you learn to be patient and taking time on things and not rush yourself or rush your partners. Self-assessment, self-care, everything that you do for yourself is like you reteaching yourself, you deprogram yourself and reprogram yourself with better coping skills. So that's something that we literally need in our life. And everybody, welcome. I apologize, like when I'm so into it, I just keep talking. I don't acknowledge friends and family and silent listeners and stuff. So I appreciate you guys joining me today. If you want to join in the conversation, let me know. I'll send you the link. If you want to call in instead, you can call my WhatsApp number, because some of you have my WhatsApp number. If you don't have my WhatsApp number, you can call me through Messenger, and then we go from there. Hey, my beautiful, knowledgeable sister Penny and boss, Sister Dachi Hima Efia Asantua Philo Nash says, Apomu Edison is so good to see you. Long time no see. We have to talk. Talk. We have to talk. I'll call you. We will have a good talk. I want to talk to you about some stuff. Mhm. Sister Aisha, thank you. Love, love. Okay, so Sister Dachihima Efia Santua Philona, aka Oprah Winfrey back there. We say good evening, Adwoa Odo and lovely people on this platform. Good evening to you as well, Sister Nwakwaba. So again, I welcome everybody. Share, invite friends also. So and then number two, like when you focus on just sex, right, and you're not helping your partner financially, and helping them be able to maintain where you live in, be able to maintain a healthy living, so many things. Now, sex alone will not sustain you. I'm telling you, I'm not saying sex is good. I love sex. I'm not telling you sex is not good when you marry. Sex is part of marriage. Not every relationship, not all the couples are, engaged in sexual interaction. Everybody is different. So we don't wish that upon them. Oh, thank you, Sister Dachihima. Just plus, yeah, just plus, yeah. Na me mention na picking my card, yeah, my for program. And it's like awesome. Uh-huh. So when you go around sleeping with everyone or anyone, then you will need to deal with the consequences. That's some of the adult decisions that some youth will make. For women, we get pregnant and it only takes one time to get pregnant, because if you don't know your body as a woman, as a young woman, you know some of us, you can have an 8-year old who can get pregnant, because we do have, like abroad, we do have 8-year olds who are having their monthly, they having their period. So like, for instance, if they place themselves in situation in a place that a grown adult, a molester, a pedophile, or someone, an adult who is twisted, dysfunctional, and sick in the head, mentally sick, and force themselves on a young woman, they will get them pregnant. So we need to make sure that as parents, we educating our children to make sure that they have all the necessary information that they need to protect themselves, and not be vulnerable, and leaving themselves, placing themselves in places that could, get them in trouble, when there's nobody there. Oh, oh, wonderful! You're doing good. Thanks be to God. Thank you for that, Juma. Oh, I love that. This Aisha Ankara says self-respect. Oh gosh, you hit the nail on the coffin. Developing self-respect is like mwah, the most amazing thing, because then when you have self-respect alongside with self-value, there are so many things that we can do for ourselves. You will not, as a woman, you will not allow anybody to control you, to manipulate you, and use you any way that they want. Men will appreciate you personally, your physical body, be able to have emotional connection with you, and they will not be looking at you just to have sex with you. Sometimes they will be looking at you to like talk with you, because they have great respect for you because of how you carry yourself and you do things, and so many other ways. So we can connect. Couples can really connect with one another. Sometimes you may be sitting in a crowd, at events, and just a simple look at each other, the both of you will be able to tell what the other person is thinking. So it's a whole lot. It's a whole lot. This Aisha, don't get me going there. Self-respect is one of the coping skills that every person we should uh, teach that into with our children, for them to like have self-respect for themselves, because if they don't, a lot of female, a lot of men who tends to like have like random sex, they don't have self value and self respect. They just feel that that's something that they can use. They use it as a form of weapon. Like a lot of women use their tongue as a way to keep a man, but at some point they're going to leave because your tongue is not that to the extreme. There's going to be another woman who have other better coping skills, and their better coping skills besides sex. They have the sex plus other coping skills. That man is going with that woman instead of somebody who only have sex as their form of way to keep a man or woman. It ain't gonna happen. So just take note of that. Sister Aisha, so self respect. Never give up your right to be treated with respect and decency, for sure. If someone crosses this line, you should get rid of him or her right away. Bam, 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 bam. If you allow this treatment to continue, it will become worse and you will end up despising yourself for allowing that. Yes. And most of the time, when they um, kind of like push, there's a thin line between love and hate. When they kind of go beyond that, right? It can We have some men, some women who become abusive because they have lost the respect for you. So every time when they talk to you, they talk to you less than you are an animal. They talk to you like you less than an animal. They treat you badly, and you're always not going to feel happy with yourself. Thank you, Sister Aisha Ankara. Thank you. Sister Cecilia here said, appreciate yourself and what you bring to life. Most certainly. I mean, like we have to be more appreciative with what we bring to our relationship, marriages, into our life, our workplace, so many interacting with different people. We have to appreciate it and we have to be proud of ourselves, pat ourselves in the back and be confident with ourselves. There isn't anything in this world that none of us can do. But, women, a lot of women, they go into relationship out of desperation and it's always about sex. Even when some of them are not ready, they opening their legs because they think that's the only way that they'll be able to keep the men. It doesn't work like that. You just need to respect yourself and value yourself. Our tonga here is a very, 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 is so important. Hey, our secret place. So you have to be able to like, uh, you have to take care of it. Sister Dachi Hima Efia Santua Philomena, she said, this world changed 8 years, 10 years, got the administration. Wow, our times was 15, 15 years for first menstruation. I'm telling you, Sister Dachi Hima, it's just crazy. Yeah, nowadays you have 8-year olds, they having their monthly because some children, some seem and some girls, their body, they 8 years old but they look older than their age. I mean, if you see my 10-year-old daughter, you would think say she's 6, but she's tall, but she's very slim. That's how I was when growing up. I was like so small. I look like, Nankomia, very skinny. And I used to eat a lot, but I was always skinny. I don't know what's up with that. I think I just started putting on weight when I started having children, but I was really skinny. But, you know, Jazzy is like, she's so slim. She's taller. She's gonna be way taller than I am. uh, but now she's putting on somebody, and her Poke is coming. She's developing. So I have already had conversation with her with her monthly. That one day she wakes up and she see blood in her underwear. She shouldn't panic. She needs to let me know. It means it's that time. So I prepared her. um, I prepared her very much because for for us it was 15, 16. I think I have my like some of us is like in between 14, from 14 and up and stuff like that. And some of us even got it later. But nowadays, 8, 9, 10, they get in it. I don't know. Um, I have never gotten used to my monthly. Yeah, for some reason. It's just when I get my monthly, I feel sick. Not physically, I just feel ill. But it's needed. Ba period amana either say when you man say ya leave you we are something is wrong. Since he said, well, we all contribute to something in life in little ways and small ways. Most definitely, you know, a lot of times, sometimes, the little things we don't appreciate, but the little things are the ones that is able to build certain things. And so we have to be appreciative. When one get up, your partner gets up and you're like, hi, good morning, sweetheart. How you doing? Yeah. Oh, I missed you last night. Oh, thank you last night. You really made me really happy. Like I love it. Maybe in 2 days time or tonight we can do it again. Yeah, doing touchy, just feeling each other, exploring each other's body and all that. You don't have to always having sex because you can really romance each other and have intimacy without having sex. So again, sex alone cannot maintain man or woman. Mr. Aisha Ankara said, think of decision making as a muscle that weakens if you don't use it often. Deep. The more we don't differ in decisions from our partners, the less likely we will be to make future decisions and think for ourselves. Bam. This doesn't mean you have to make every decision alone, but be aware of habits. Yay! True, true, true. Habits. We have good habits and we have bad habits. That Be aware of good habits. You may have of double checking with your partner before making a decision. Great. Think for yourself and keep making decisions, no matter how small. This helps to maintain your sense of individuality as well as you. Hey, there is more. Let me go. Oh, please, let me have it. Oh, let me have it. Yes. Where did I end? Individuality as well as your ability to stand on your own 2 feet. Most certainly, we have some women when their partner is no longer there, they will not be able to know their right from left. That is like really bad. I mean, you in deep shit. Yeah, you in deep one. So we have to make sure that like you know exactly what needs to be done. Um you have to do things on your own, but like decisions that you know is going to affect your partner, you need to double check with him or her and have a productive effective communication with your partner in making sure that you're not being secretive. You have to be transparent. Transparency is really important to maintain a healthy, long lasting, happy relationship because you don't have any secrets. Mr. Yushankar says sex alone will not put food. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Will not put food on the table. Men got to work. Love 100%. Bum 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 bum. Sex will not get you close to where you need to recognize that according to Sister Love. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Taisha. You go kill me. Oh, Nyami Shra pa. Like you go kill me. Sister Dachima said. Sister Dachima Fiasan to a Philona. Sister Dachima, we need here. Charlie. That'd be sweet. I say I know how to cook and I am good on bed too, but mostly I like mutual conversation. You see, oh, child, we say that is perfect, perfect, perfecto. Eh? She knows how to cook. She is good in bed. She know exactly what to say, where to touch, when to go about it. Break it, and then but the one place, the one coping skills that she love, and it's from both her partner and herself. It's mutual conversation. It means that the both when you custom. Hey, Charlie, I love that. I love that. And to say like we say, we're not saying communication. We say effective, productive communication. Something that you will do that will attract your partner, that will have your partner engage in it, that will not get your partner annoyed, because anybody can open their mouth and speak. Oh, some people, when they open their mouth, you want it close. So it's like they have diarrhea in their mouth. It's not good. This is that maybe I and I said, me too. I was so slim, like change now. Hey, then hey, sister, that you him, I did ask me in Chanka. Hey, and man can hear now. I'm fine. Tell me why. Maybe a non here, like I was like so skinny. With some when you hold my hands, I was like bones, but now I have meat. Eh? Sister, your hands, Sister Dachi, it was hunger strike in Ghana about being slim. Oh, Sister Cecilia, some of us, it wasn't well, when I live with some family member, I would say that, but you know what? Actually, like when I was with my parents, I ate everything and I was so slim. Like, food was no problem. It wasn't hunger for me. And when I came to Oda, there was hunger in between, but my Gary soakings with no peanuts, with no milk. I can eat Gary soakings, water, milk, and my Gary. By the time I came to US, no, I was like I had developed like nice body. I was like 16 and a half, but I looked more like 18, 19, because like I have picked up, my body was really looking I was looking good. Yes, and I'm still looking awesome. More prettier. Yes. So it was, for some it was hunger, for many it wasn't hunger. This is that James, I got my first menstruation in at school in classroom. Oh my gosh, while we was writing exams, and was so ashamed. I mean, it happened. So sister, for me, I got it at home, but at the time, no, I wasn't. I mean, when my mom left, I was 10. She didn't. She spoke to us about, you know, which part of our body nobody can touch and all the necessary stuff, but she didn't go into the period. But because I think that she thought that she'll be able to come and get us before I get to that level. So when I had my first menstruation, it was like the worst thing. I didn't know. So you have to keep the pad or like whatsoever down there. I went to the bathroom, wipe it off, and put on a new panties. And then before I can move my leg, it came again, and I was like, "What?" So it's like I start walking like, somebody's like, I was so disgusted. So my older sister catch on to that. She called me. She said, "Adwoa, bruh, come here." So what's wrong with you? So I told her, I was like, I don't know. And blood keeps coming and I keep wiping and it's coming. And she was like, you have to keep something here to absorb it. I was like, oh, okay. That's how I learned mine. But it happened at home. It didn't happen in school. So I'm thankful for that. That must have been really hard for you, Sister Dachihima. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine if you're wearing white clothes and that happened? The whole world will see that. Dachihima, if you have to our Philomena say, somehow food without nutrition is essential. Oh, mom said, because Gary soaking with nothing, just sugar and water. There was nothing in there. But the who me. But the anchor question said, we obtain a good sex with intimacy. No crow. I mean, you can have you can be intimate with your partner without having sex. I don't even understand. Some people, it's the lack of understanding and the level of emotional intelligence, Brother Ankra. But while sex can be a great form of intimacy, it's certainly not the only way to be intimate with someone for sure. Affectionate touch, for example, can be a great way to be intimate. Some non-sexual form of physical intimacy include massages, kissing, cuddling, holding hands. Mhm. Oh my goodness, feeling, touching, stroking, back and forth. And let me let me sip this a little bit. I need some of this. I need vim over. Okay. Badankra, yeah. Badankra, your wife go enjoy you rough. Oh. She go enjoy you rough. All around. Hey, Charlie, points a penny. Sister Cecilia here says, so the rich in Africa be slim. Oh. I know. I remember growing up, I used to hear like men with big stomach, they are rich. That's all sickness. if you're a man and if you're a man and your stomach is big, Mini Abema, my brother. Me papa. You have to break. You need to be able to do exercise. Okay, that's fine. Sorry, guys. So, like, if you're a man and your stomach is growing big enough, you need to start doing a form of exercise, taking walk, doing sit ups, push ups, anything to get your stomach down. Like walk can get you to drop some weight, to firm it, you need to learn to do sit ups, um, push ups that will firm your bicep, your arms and all that. And there are other form of exercise, because what's happening is that the bigger your stomach gets, you're going to lose an inch of your penis size. Mhm. Because what's going to happen between underneath your stomach and in between the meat before you reach your penis, is going to start getting bigger, right? You have a lot of meat there. So learn to massage that area, massage it, and do exercise. So you do have some men who have a good size of penis, and then later on, they feel embarrassed and they don't even allow their wives and partner to touch the penis because it's shrinking. It's your stomach. Do something about it. Don't let it go. Some of you will talk to us women about us having bigger stomach, right? Yeah, if you're a woman and you have good Coca-Cola shape, you have big butt, the bigger your stomach gets, your body pushes in, you see your buttock. disappearing a bit. So it's good to like stay in shape. We have to take care of our body. Women having children, losing weight is really hard. When I had my 12-year-old, like, I was active. I was doing, going jogging, doing a lot of walk, doing sit ups, push ups. I was able to do a push up, men push up to 20 to 21 straight up without taking a break. But then, when so I was able to get my shape back. Then when I have my 10-year-old, the girl, like, I just did not exercise for over, it's 10 years now. Lately, I have been exercising little by little. And I'm using my baby sister Chris Mensa to motivate myself, doing sit-ups. So I even have the 12-year-old Nanakwesi, he's been exercising with me, also motivating me because he wants to lose weight. Really. So like, we have to exercise. We can't just say, oh, I have 2 kids, I have 3 kids, I have 4 kids. There's nothing I can do about it. No, we can do a lot of about it. Something, doing meditation, massaging your body, and all that. We need to get our men to like massage us and to do other intimacy stuff with us, and also going for work together. That helps with having emotional connection, spending quality time. It's really important that we do that with women. Why is that loud? Okay. So Sister Cecilia here said, very bad experience. Hope our girls have all the info. I'm telling you, Sister Cecilia, it wasn't a good experience for me, cry. Maybe baby girl, you need to keep that down, okay? Turn the volume down, please. No, the volume on that. Bring the volume down. Okay. Okay, Sister Achihima, Via Santa Felina says, at times, women, we need to tell our husband, wives, and relationship, etc., how awesome they are. Most definitely. I mean, positive encouragement. That is awesome. That motivates partners, hey, brother, big love with you. Then they pop. I don't want them, brother, big love on the radio station and the radio station a 24/7. No, your program where you if you other and then we your program if you other meaning that media I love sex and love because no near Becca for any some. Dear moon, some no near, it's awesome. But a big love. Welcome. It is saying, oh, major was so yummy, so I joined me. Momfa mo ayi ni bi ntoto hɔ nom, mo knowledge no, productive knowledge no, mo intelligence no, mo yiyi nto hɔ no. Sister Aisha deɛ, hey, but Ankara, Sister Aisha go beat you, oh. She go beat you, bro. Honey, let's see. That's good. That's rather big love. There's a more who can radio now called Big Love radio Spain now, you'll be able to get him like they on 24/7. So you can download that on your phone. And he has a lot of juicy stuff. And then when he comes on Brother Big Love, your move, your sitting move, what's that? I dig that dance, no, but who know yin not to 20. Hey, I kid you not, oh, hey, I am not checking it out. Muhuni program so ano ma wɔ so ama no. Ayɛ a na mo mmɛhwɛ kɛkɛ. Mohwɛ a na mo hyɛ. Sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ adɔfoɔ no nso bɛnya bi because obi wɔ hɔnom a ohia saa ade wei sei no nyinaa bi nso no. Onya. Nti no. Yɛn support yɛn. Brother Big Love say, Uncle Quench, I see you. I know, right? What's your hand one drop back? They say, man, you do my new canyon. We jam. We they go. We they go ahead, pa. Sister Ishanka says some women who just don't think about sex and risk being too tired for it have learned that one great solution is to schedule sex dates. Hey, I Jay. And maybe see who be was some. Now me cry mpo no to say if K Chiami give me sex schedule and says hey it no go work for me. Mm-mm. Now feelings number nothing I make her say no. I just go with the flow. Charlie, I go with the flow. He goes with the flow and hey, assembly. Hey, Charlie, you guys are good. You welcome, bro. But a big love. And yeah, send my car. I'm out you know. At the end of my time, I was saying, and to let me go back, every, as I said earlier, when we don't respect our body and we just allow men or women to treat us in certain way, you know, let me go. When we sleep around or sleep with anybody that we meet now, we need to deal with the consequences. As a woman, it is important to respect our body overall. And men also, you need to respect your body and not allow a man or allow for women, not allow men to treat us a certain way or take advantage of uh, our under canoe, no, our vagina. No. That is our most secret place, right? Because don't allow them to take advantage of your circumstances, because a lot of women, dependent women, they kind of let themselves go, they settle for less because they don't have any financial means to take care of themselves. And if you're a woman who makes money, you make sure you respect your man, and don't use that over their head. Sister Cecilia, mentioned something, and or Sister Aisha, one of them, like positive encouragement. You encourage your partner all the time, saying good things, sweet talk, learning how to talk to them. Hi, baby. Oh, last night was amazing. I'm going to need a massage later on this evening. You think you can give me a massage later? I would love that very much. Like just learn ways and means how to talk to your man or how to talk to your woman. Listen, put your foot over on my thighs. Let me massage your foot for you. Hey, like I have this cream that's gonna make your foot feel more smoother. You want me to like, rub somewhere in your foot for you? Yeah, like, just pull your dress up a little bit. Let me touch the thighs a little bit, massage your thighs for you and all that. All that is part of the intimacy. For me, Quadranchi song would do for me on put a song that you like. Uh-huh. And go about it. When you're doing that in your room, there's no copyright issues. You can play whatever song that you want. Let's talk sex according to Sister Love. Sister Aisha, you gonna get me in trouble. Missy sex alone cannot keep a man or a woman. So let's come back with the other coping skills that will help us, right? Besides necessity, we know is one of the key component in marriages, right? And long-term committed relationships. So sex is part of that. You can't take that out. No, and women who will restrict their husbands, from wives that will restrict their husbands from, making love to them, having sex, having quickies. But make sure, as a married woman and married man, every time it's not about sex. Couples who falls in love, and continue to for their love to manifest, they go all around. It's never the same. It's different each time. They learn new things. You have to have some different. Don't be laying down the same position. Do Do things that are comfortable, that you're not feeling any pain, you enjoy that. But also make sure you take care of your body. Oh, just value your body, yourself in all ways. So that's awesome. Sister Dachima, Fias entrepreneurs, you guys are so bad. Sex don't need schedule. It happens spontaneously. Oh, sister, why am I having schedule? No, 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 no. That is not gonna work for me, oh, Charlie. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Because it's not gonna work for Kate. It's not gonna work for me. We understand each other very well. And my husband, once he's eating and I'm feeling it, all I have to do is come and play my favorite music and start dancing and moving, shaking this, shaking that, go pop, pop, pow, pow. And I have my mini shorts and mini skirts and all of that. I have my high heel at home. I don't wear high heel outside though. I have high heels that I use at home. That's what's up. Okay, Sister Dachima. Hey, Sister Dachima. Nie. Hey, today be today. Sister Dachima, if he has on double nice, rub his back, go down in between his buttons with middle fingers. Ooh, oh gosh. This one also is men's favorite for sure. Oh, yeah. Let's go. Your Kwadranchi love songs are big. I kid you not. This is an him. And na kura me bɛbɔ me wɔ ntaban mebɛfiri so sesi a na mabɔ nnwom kakra ansa na mafiri so munim sɛ me nnwom ne ade deɛ Kwadwantwi deɛ I dey dig him rough, king of love song, Mr. Music Man. Me Kwadwantwi song deɛ and I mean I love others, like what's his name? Kabra Kabra. There are some songs that you guys hear me play over and over. I love those songs. And sometimes it's because of the copyright. I just don't like it after I finish program and then you trying to like play it back because I like to watch my programs over again. And sometimes I derive some topics from watching my programs again through comments and other means. So and then when you listen, you see me dancing, but you don't hear no music. I just don't like that. So I only start playing songs that I know is not going to be muted. So it's good for me. Uh, oh, you too. You like Pajanji song? It has meaning, of course, and it makes your mind wander. Like Akonoba. Hi, my 12-year-old and 10-year-old, they were made on Akonoba. Hey, Ode, Benani Wanu, Wamitakra Manway, Missy Minova Wakonoba. Hi, chai, Charlie. Although the end, Mutimo Huasia is good, is good, is good. They say, Mama, make crampo. So, feeling comfortable with whom, when you have a partner, with your wife, husband, um, long-term relationship, you need to be able to feel comfortable with whom you like and love, right? That's how, brother, brother Big Love, why are you laughing? I'm being honest. Ay. And then me try manu why kakra nti na from any so kakra. You go see my eyes. Let me see. Mhm. That's what's up. I go need massage. So, do not go into a relationship or marriage just because of money, property, material things, or sex alone. No, you have to be able to have something else to offer. Being able to talk with your partner when they're in pain, when they're struggling, when they're having difficulties, being able to motivate them, give them positive encouragement, being able to know how to say the right, use the right words, to them, and uh, not them, feeling down all the time, even during sexual intercourse, or like, love making, having pickies, if they're not doing well, knowing the right words to say to them to motivate them, to bring, because there are some men, some of the words that you will use, they will have their orgasm, and they will still be as hard as they could be, and they can still have another orgasm and continue to go because of the encouragement, whispering in their ears, and being able to just like urge them on and all that. So like, there are so many different ways. So it's like, learning how to talk, knowing how to sweet talk, not to manipulate someone or take advantage of someone, just to be able to get your partner to work with you, and learning self discipline, because there are some men, they don't have self discipline, they don't know how to discipline their penis. hmm So they need to learn all that. Everything is all in the mind. So we have to be able to do that. Um, Also, never throw yourself blindly into living a life that will limit your happiness or prevent you from achieving your goals. Making sure that you have your own voice. Sister Aisha shared that part. Having a partner, at times you can make individual decisions, decisions that's going to like affect both of you. You need to be able to speak it over with your partner, and your partner understand, trust you, that there are some decisions they can make on their own, and you can make on your own without bringing argument, disagreement, and some type of jealousy or enviousness or selfish interest and stuff in there. So we have to be mindful that there are moments in our life, or there are moments in life that change, that should be able to change the type of person that you are, or it can shake you to the core, which will requires you to pause to evaluate yourself to make sure that you are in good place. You have made a good decision. You are happy where you are and not at your breaking point, because at times we get to that level when we will make certain decisions. So we need to make sure that we are doing things that will kind of like excel us, that will get us to like grow and change and be happier with the things, the decisions that we have made, and not regret it. We also need to focus on our needs, not desire. Desire is something that you can go without. Sex, if we don't have sex, married couples, if you don't have sex for a month, which is not likely for us who love sex, like you're not gonna die. Desires is something that you can revisit, you can do it whenever, but our need is something that is necessary. So we need to focus more on our needs, like working, uh, having a job, like having a good job, and maintaining a job, you'll be able to get paid and pay your bills, because if you that's something that you need. If you don't have a job, you're going to be homeless. If you don't have support from the government and stuff, you will not be able to have peace of mind. So like, there are certain things that we need in our life. Drinking water is something that is a need, because you need that. Our body is full of water. Without that, when we are dehydrated, you can die from that. So you need to always make sure that we hydrated ourselves. Also like when you're having sex, make sure you drink a lot of water, because you need to hydrate yourself. Otherwise, you can go dry and it's gonna hurt like hell. You don't want that to happen. So we need to focus on our needs. what is important to you, making healthier decisions with time, patience, being emotionally strong and psychologically stable and physically prepared for what is ahead of you is really important. um, Also, it's important for us to think of the version that you want your children to see and know of you. I mean, like in my 20s, the only thing, like if my kids find out some of my old videos, not when I was doing programs on social media, like going to parties, and like the only thing they're going to see me doing is their mom dancing all the time and not sitting down. I mean, if they see that, that's great. My 10-year-old, she loves dancing. She's like me. The 12-year-old, he just like reserve himself. He only dances if he wants to. The 25, he dances like, but like when the certain people is around, he shies away. But the girl and myself, she got it from mommy. She not shy to do any of that. So sometimes uh, we need to let go of something to gain the things that we need to move on with our precious life. Some of us hold on to our bad past experiences. You're not going to grow and be able to live healthier and happy if you're holding on to things that kind of limit us or like put us down. Many of us have gone through some challenges, struggles, hard times, uncertainties, and disappointment. Uh, but that shouldn't define us into limiting ourselves to anything less than. And we need to stop, and it should not stop us from achieving greater and bigger things in life. We are, and Sister Aisha knows this really like she knows this, and most of you know we are who we want to become, and whatever we adopt or inhabit, we sometimes we kind of develop this habit. Some of them may be good habit or bad habit. So whatever we breathe into our lives, based on some of the things, based on how we see things, we learn certain things based off what we see, what we hear, how we understand things, how we evaluate things, how we handle things, how we accept certain things, dealing with things, and taking time to heal from our wounds based on our tolerance and capability. So everybody is different. Some people, they can heal from whatever is happening with them a couple weeks, couple months. Some it will take years and years. So we shouldn't be rushing our partner to do things that they will not be able to handle physically, emotionally, and psychologically. It's good to learn to develop better coping skills, such as doing meditation, dancing, like me playing music, doing yoga, having mean time. Like you take time for yourself, doing self-care, working on ourselves, having self-respect, self-love, self-value, do self-assessment, have self discipline, basically do self everything to be mentally prepared for the good, bad, and ugly stuff. Because in due time, things happens, and sometimes we're not mentally or physically, psychologically prepared for it. That's why, like sometimes you have people have breakdowns. Some people may get heart attack, stroke, and other stuff. Because we don't take care of our body, our physical, mental, and psychological health. We're not eating healthy, we just putting anything in our body. So we need to value this right here. It's really important that we do that. We should not allow ourselves to be mentally enslaved and settle for anything um, out of desperation. It's always essential um, to come out of the right side of everything, even when you go through heartaches, disappointments, betrayal, so many other negative things. Someone uh, lying on you, gossiping, someone putting you in trouble, someone getting you fired, all kinds of stuff. We always need to be able to come out the right side of that. It's also important for us to learn to uh, glorify every moment of our life, and we do not take anything uh, of our life for granted, but to use our worst moment as a teaching tool to be successful and not allow it to cripple us from achieving our goals and purpose in life. We all have a purpose, and um, all we need to do is to find it, then do something about it with great joy and determination to develop. Always think of ahead. What are some of the things that I can do better? If I'm not able to do it today, tomorrow is a new day. I'm going to start over. Do not procrastinate. Procrastination, it just limit you from conquering anything, achieving anything. Um, we can do anything that we put our mind into, and we are more than a conqueror. So we need to be precise about that and doing better. I know that I am and you are uniquely blessed, and so everybody else, so never, we should never forget that we are our own blessings through our hard work, our critical thinking, acquiring knowledge, learning to use our emotional intelligence productively, building, learning skills, different coping skills, respecting ourselves, developing effective communication, also active listening, valuing ourselves, having self discipline, being selfless, having selfless interest, caring for ourselves, being supportive to yourself and other people, which means developing a support system. I Pastor Esther, myself, Sister Cecilia, we spoke of this last week, Friday. Being consistent with everything that we do. We need to live an honest life. We need to be loyal, faithful to our partners. We need to not have self doubt. We need to believe in ourselves without the doubt. You got to eliminate that. We have to live a priceless life. We have to cherish everything that fulfills us, and never take ourselves and loved ones, including genuine friends, for granted, because you know what? They will never leave you or forsaken you. So we already learned a lot of things, right? I don't want to have to repeat it. So aside from sex, there are so many coping skills. I won't be able to mention all of them, but there are trillions of coping skills that we can implement into our relationship. Some of them we talk about it all the time, and it was mentioned. Some of them I just mentioned. Some of them, Sister Aisha, everyone who contribute on this program mentioned, having effective communication, having support system, being able to compromise with one another, mutual respect, having self discipline, loving yourself, self care, doing self work all around. Anything about self is so important because everything you have to start with yourself before you go on to other people. It is really important with that. Being loyal, being committed, being determined, giving positive encouragement, spending quality time, knowing, learning the difference between being intimate, intimacy can be having sex or like, be having romancing your partner, touching, massaging, brother and crash share, like there are so many other ways. We have to learn a lot of other things besides sex, 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 because a lot of us, when we talk about relationship, the first thing that pops up, men, there's no man in this world, unless that man does not desire you, who will walk away from a woman laying back and opening their legs for them to enter for free. If that man let this thing right here, his imagination run, he's going to be, sorry, he's going to be able to, like, go in there, unless they're choosing not to, because some men do have self-discipline. It don't matter, a woman can take off their clothes butt naked. If they don't put it in their mind that they're going to go ahead and do that, they're not going to do it, and the woman will feel embarrassed. So self-discipline is so equally important. Sister Dachihima, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And you are also doing amazing. I appreciate that. So I love you guys very much. I'm going to end here today. So we have to keep in mind, sex alone cannot keep a man or a woman. It cannot build a relationship stronger, and it cannot build a marriage stronger without learning to have other coping skills together with other sex, good romance, good quickies, good good intimacy, include with other coping skills, will keep a man and a woman, will keep a relationship and a marriage, for us to have a strong, lasting, loving, healthier, caring, beautiful relationships and marriages. So those who love to have sex like moi, brother Pajo Wilson, Kujo Wilson, you still here. I thought that you were gone. Hey, well, thank you. I'm glad that you were still here. Thank you. Thank you for the dedication. Well noted. Well, thank you for being here to listen. Nti mummy and Chay and Ase Kakra. Say Nana Boama ba life. On my here him fee say me kokoke and ne ye beka our real moon some hey juicy one pow. Hey, to say couples to be how they go suffer you. They have so many problems, so we solve the nominee. Although you wouldn't have me, you don't see. This is some of the things I'm talking about. I don't need to have sex. I miss my hobby. And I'm just drinking red wine, to just relax myself and, you know, dance a little bit and settle for the night. You see, you go see you. Learning other coping skills besides using sex can also limit cheating, dishonesty, being honest, or that teamwork. I forgot to teamwork, having to building teamwork, oneness is so important. Transparency. Oh my God, there's so many coping skills you don't know. Oh, I see. Hey, Jojo Wilson taking my notes secretly. I see. So tomorrow, I'm not coming in the morning. That's why I'm doing Friday evening. But I'll be here tomorrow afternoon at 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. It will be 7 o'clock Ghana time, and I believe 8 o'clock UK time, with Suffer Samuel Koso. So, Mamimbo my favorite song. Hey, let's go here and then me bonyum bears and yensebi. I have more than three, but Emrena and Emrena catch up to me.
Adult music. That's all.
Meda adɔfoɔ no mu yɛ aduane mu nyinaa ase mo a mahyɛ program no ma like it, ma love it, all the productive contribution. Silent listeners is regular. Let me go crazy a little. As I'm on this class, my favorite song. Slim Buster. I love Slim Buster's song. Buster! Hi, mommy! Hi, mommy! This is Amamenta. Happy Sunday. Yes,
Sleeping something from being one night, but I'm all alone in my bedroom. Sleeping shopping from being one night, and I'm all alone in my bed. Maddening how the world will be without you. Oh, mama, come take me. Take me home, take me home, take me home. Take me home, take me home, take me home. Can't leave no more. Can't wait no more. Take me home, take me home, take me home. Take me home, take me home, take me home. Can't leave no more. Can't wait no more. And mama crying, something tears are all the soul. And mama crying, baby tears are all the soul. And mama boy, mama
Okay, I let the compare. Sing. Y'all be soon the old Jomolingo. Wow, 10 times in the song. I'm a Jomo. I'm a shipping. Wow, 10 times in the song. Eh, man, I don't want to have all over. I don't care. The Imagine won't tell it. I'm a Jomo. I'm a Jomo. I take radio small. I'm a walk with men and what I want to do. Yeah, I want to go. I don't want to nothing to go. I'm a Johansson young kutono mabadada bana mokeba lobi kaba sika to shini level na yo ba shomo oba wa shini level yo ba tati abu aya ko awabu alechi awabu aya pese awabu onulo okay
and mama crying, something tears are all the soul. And mama to yeah, baby tears are all the soul. And mama boy, mama shambere, mama shambere, deep down my heart, I love you. Deep down my soul, this is my love. This is my heart. Can't see the smile all over my face. Though you don't get to see how I feel, but I can see all the time in my dreams. I can can see all the time over me. He's gone every time I hear his song. I know you'll be without you. No, 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 no. And the mama playing it. And the mama do yeah. And the mama boy
Hey. Okay. Mommy one tabaya. Oh, actually, this. I have to play this.
I'm the Supreme King of love song. Them might go try out to silly things. It can get me out of the race. It make me draw back time. It make me draw back time. It make me draw back time. You I can do it better. I'm better first. I can do what you can do, but you never try to do what I do. I'm better first. And Bob Marley said, "We the prophets, let them wear it. We the prophets, let them wear it. We the prophets, let them wear it. Yeah, I'm fashion. Michael Jackson's all your band. Muhammad Ali's all your the greatest. Every person is so really the king. Yeah, the Shirani and the yeah, the Shirani and the she can't lie. I'm on the line. From the weather, say my God. Cristiano Ronaldo, they just shoot us. What kind of a thing they will have in the one? But I'm going to do it. But I'm going to do it. I won't win a show. When I'm up here, city, I was here. Man, I'm going to straight to story. Never this. Yeah, baby, took me out and play him. I'm the Supreme King of love songs. Oh.
This is Tyler. Thank you. This is Faith. Take love, Uncle Sam. Thank you, brother. Dr. Joe and the other one friend now. I'm Hey, I miss you. Where are you? Oh, I love me one tabaya. As I'm into my station, this is my cardio, right? Hey,
Minyan tabaya, I come back to my country. I watching you. Minyan tabaya, come back to this Abrabo. Back to my country. I buy him my money, name my girl. Open for a young.
Sister Yoko, that way. Sister Felicia, don't come in. Don't put in a master, right?
Oh yeah, to me, I'm out on your wood and baby. The book can see me couple here like rubber. And I'm in our system.
Pastor Esther. Thank you.
Oh yeah, to me, I'm out on the baby passa. The book, we must know I'm in the wheel. I'm not concerned, right? To me, Tabaya, I'm gonna make to my country. Now, what do you? Tabaya, I'm coming to this and I'm not going to pray. Get to my country. Oh, quack, yeah. Oh, I didn't know that I myself. I cry, yeah. Oh, I didn't know that I myself. Mina Santa Sumi, baby, I'm a cry. Antima, baby, I'm a cry. I saw Yami, I'm coming up with a town. Go, Nami, I make kind of silly. I can make to my country. Now watching you. Inyantama come to the sun of my work. It's my country. Make you my country. Make you my country. Make you my country. Make you my country.
Me why? More won't buy so a man. Me more is some nay. Envy. Kane a boy na me tell ye me de me venture to into mama by why. I love each and every one of you. My mood and you guapa ye. Pacha me. Bye, guys. Hey.
Writing's not that easy, but Grammarly can help. This sentence is grammatically correct.
For listening. Bye, bye. On my here, right?
Show me your love. Boom, 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 song. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm shit,